Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Thursday. It must be GeForce Now Thursday chat. Why, it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely that very thing. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Quick shout out to the Samurai Blue. Arigato gozaimasu. Well done, Japan, beating Spain tonight. Spoiler alert. Fabulous. Well done to them. Anyway, it's not about the World Cup. It's not about football. We're talking all things GeForce Now. I hope you are good. I hope you are well, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see people in the chat and everything ready. There is a ton of games coming for December. A whole advent calendar. 22 games coming to GeForce Now or being available via GeForce Now during December, including Battlefield 2042, which was announced for Game Pass last week, but not for cloud, although it is on cloud now. So that's quite interesting as we come up to a free trial weekend of Battlefield 2042. A week ago, it wasn't available in the cloud. Now it's available in the cloud in 2 places. So that's kind of quite interesting. We're also going to be talking about GeForce Now and India. And actually, are they in India, or exactly what's the arrangement there? So we're going to have a look at that as well. And we'll have all the news and all of that. So without further ado, let's hit the titles and get on with the show. Wow, those titles are quicker than I expected. I wasn't ready for such an early finish there. Let's say hello to people in the chat, just the early birds. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. 10 p.m. UK time, whatever time it is, wherever you are. It's much appreciated. Let's say hello. See you there. We've got, I better just, I know what I need to do. Highlight the chat, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to do something on the fly because I forgot to highlight the chat. If you hear any chatter in the background as well, ladies and gentlemen, got the kids are earnestly playing, there we are, Overwatch 2, and having deep conversations about it while I stream it live. But, you know, that is the nature. Where were we? There we go. Z is in the house. Apologies for that. Yeah, I keep getting distracted. Bloody kids are playing Overwatch 2. Jeremy, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Christopher Torres, always listening. Always great to hear that the Torres is listening. Jeremy with a power move there. Colm, lovely to see you again. Look, I went 10 p.m. You know, this is partly because of what you said. Partly because of what you said, so I hope it works. I couldn't see who else was streaming, though. I did double check. But anyway, we've gone for 10. So be it. ER Gaming Evening Live, how's the Xbox? The Xbox is good. I've not really, ironically enough, I've not had a chance to play it. My daughter's on it right now playing Overwatch 2 with my son, who's on the Xbox Series S. Ironically enough, and I'll tell you, that's it. So let me know what games you've been playing on GeForce Now or any cloud gaming platform, but GeForce Now ideally, because that is partly why I've not been playing my brand new Xbox Series X. I have been playing, as I discussed last week, and thanks to the generosity of you, the chat last week, and the Black Friday sales, I bought the Crysis trilogy on Steam, and I'm making my way through it, starting with obviously Crysis 1, the remastered version. And I tell you what, for a game that's quite old, I mean, it was cutting edge at the time. It's still up there, especially in its remastered form. I highly recommend it. I mean, it starts off as sort of conventional first-person military shooter, but the fact that it has, you know, environmental physics, the way the environment, breaks when it's shot and stuff like that. I was hiding behind some sandbags. Didn't last long. They were shot away. It has that real kind of dynamic environmental physics, which at the time was cutting edge. You might go now, meh, but actually it works. It still stands the test of time. And the remastered version, and this is just on Crysis, as I understand it, Crysis 2 and 3, the remastered versions are even better. But I live streamed it, or Lord Kensal did on the Lord Kensal Gaming channel, live streamed Crysis on the RTX, GeForce Now 3080 RTX, and it looks great. I'm having an absolute ball. We're getting well entrenched now into kind of the alien bit of it, alien part of it. But the first good, I don't know how long the game is, but a good chunk of it is conventional, military FPS shooter stuff, and absolutely great. So I'm really loving it. Really my cup of tea. There's something slightly old schoolish about it, but it certainly stands the test of time graphically and looks really brilliant, plays really brilliant, and is very satisfying. So highly recommended the Crysis games remastered, especially on GeForce Now 3080 RTX. So that's what I've been playing most of the time. I will be jumping onto Battlefield 2042. Ironically enough, in both versions now it is available on Xbox xCloud, but because there's a free trial, because I have the RTX 3080, GeForce Now 3080 RTX, we can turn everything up to 11 in Battlefield. We can put on RTX on and all of that. It's got the DLSS stuff going on. It'll be interesting to see what it's like, especially compared to my previous experience of Battlefield 2042, which was downloading it, the horror of downloading it onto the Xbox S and thinking it wasn't very good. So I'm sure it'll be leaps and bounds above that on GeForce Now 3080 RTX. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's before we go to the news, let's crack on with hey, Internet of Games, good to see you. You're going to give Battlefield 2042 a go on? I am, and I will try it. I won't try it on the Series X. I don't think I'll download it, but I'll definitely play it on the cloud. Now it's on xCloud, but the first thing I'm going to be doing is playing Battlefield 2042 on the 3080 tier. Absolutely. Battlefield today, says ER Gaming. Yep. Football Manager 23's dropped down the pecking order. Fair enough. Football Manager 23 is a game you can come back to. Blood Hunt won a few Battle Royals. Fun game. Good stuff. More planning on playing Star Ocean on GFN. Though on Steam, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online since getting my gaming laptop. Good stuff. I purchased Battlefield game on GFN. Very happy with it so far. Feeling out the process. Oh, yes. Lego Skywalker Saga. I'll be talking a lot about that, obviously, on Monday and the Xbox Monday night chat. But I feel I have a connection with the Lego Star Wars games, because you're looking, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, you're looking at the man who did the deal on behalf of Lego so they could do interactive games featuring Lego Star Wars IP, intellectual property. I did the deal with Lucas at the time, LucasArts and Warner Brothers, to get the rights or extend the existing rights that Lego had. So Lego just had the toy rights, effectively, very specific, not just toy rights generally, but they're very specific to building toy rights in Lego IP. And then when we wanted to create, when I was at Lego, they wanted to create Lego interactive games, Lego Star Wars games. We needed the interactive rights. And that was my job, to do that deal, negotiate that deal. So I have a certain affinity with Lego Star Wars games. Warhammer Darktide killed my 3080 for the first time. No, really? Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. We will be revealing the winner of the Warhammer Dark Tide giveaway that I launched last week. So we had people in the chat going for it, also in the comments. I did do a little tweet. I feel a bit funny about doing giveaways and tweeting and stuff, and I know some other people do it, and that's fine. There's something a bit not necessarily my cup of tea. That's not to say I won't do giveaways now and then, but there's just, yeah, it feels anyway, different subject matter. But I will be announcing the giveaway because it's good to give back. Actually, in fairness, it's good to give back to people, especially come to support you and stuff like that. So that's fine. No exclamation win yet. No, we're not doing the. It's closed now. The winner has been selected and will be revealed later in the show. I collated it from all the different ways of entering and stuff like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's crack on and find out all the games are being released and a little bit more. Let's go to the news, ladies and gentlemen, with a nice news roundup. He says, oh, that didn't work. Why didn't the news roundup go? Where's my news roundup? You have to bear with me. I had it all geared up then. Let's just, I know what it is. I couldn't come on to my computer because my daughter was playing, again, Overwatch 2 on the PC. Yeah?
Yeah, I touched her.
There we go.
Yeah, it was me.
Right. And so it meant I said to him, I don't want to stop them from playing. So I said to him, right, you've got to be off at 10:02. Normally I sit here on Monday night, I sit here a whole hour before the show, just double checking everything. I had 10 minutes to get everything ready. Unbelievable. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's crack on with the news. That is upon us, and GeForce Now comes in fast with some awesome games. One of them I am really looking forward to playing in the cloud. So let's check out this week's games coming to GeForce Now. It's almost like an advent calendar with 22 new games arriving in December, with titles like Marvel's Midnight Suns, Samurai Maiden, Wavetale, an absolute classic when it was on Stadia, The Night Witch, and so much more. But the big one for me is Battlefield 2042. And with a free trial this weekend to give it a go, that's where we're going to start. Prepare to charge into Battlefield 2042, the first-person shooter that marks the return to the iconic all-out warfare of the widely popular franchise from Electronic Arts. Available with the latest update, Season 3 Escalation. The game marks the 19th title from EA to join GeForce Now. Now, I know Battlefield 2042 didn't really have all that of an auspicious kind of initial launch, but word in the street is it is much improved, and Season 3 should bring even more improvements. Adapt and overcome order. Choose your role on the battlefield with class specialists and form a squad to bring a cutting-edge arsenal into dynamically changing battlegrounds of unprecedented scale and epic destruction. With RTX on, EA and DICE introduced ray-traced ambient occlusion in Battlefield 2042. This accurately adds shadows where game elements occlude light, whether between a soldier and a wall, a tank and the tarmac, or foliage and the ground. Members, so this is GeForce Now members, can use NVIDIA DLSS to get the definitive PC experience with maxed out graphics, high frame rates, and uncompromised image quality. Given my recent old-gen experience of this game, I can't wait to suit up on the 3080 tier, experience the action across compatible devices, and take gaming to the max with all the perks of an RTX 38 membership, like 4K resolution, RTX on, and maximized gaming sessions. The game comes with a special reward for GeForce Now members, and it's available now via Steam and Origin, and here's the doozy, ladies and gentlemen. There is a free access all weekend from December the 1st to the 4th. So see you on the battlefield, people. Okay, XCOM fans, Marvel's Midnight Suns is a tactical role-playing game set in the darker, supernatural side of the Marvel Universe. It launches on Steam on Friday, December the 2nd, with GeForce Now members getting into the action later this month. Play as The Hunter, a legendary demon slayer with mysterious past, and the first ever customizable superhero in the Marvel Universe. Put together a team of legendary Marvel heroes, including Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Blade, and Captain America. These heroes must fight together to stop the Mother of Demons from completing an ancient prophecy. In revolutionary card-based tactical battles, players can use ability cards on enemies themselves or the environment. This will be available via GeForce Now very, very soon, so watch this space, stay tuned, like and subscribe so you don't miss out on news like that. Also available to play this week, we have The Night Witch, which is a new release on Steam earlier this week. The Night Witch is a Metroidvania adventure game. Oh no! With fast-paced shoot-'em-up combat set in a beautifully hand-drawn world. Cast devastating card-based spells, forge closer bonds, and make moral choices, all in your quest to save your home and discover who's behind the War Golem invasion. As mentioned last week, Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, winner will be announced today on the show, is also available, as I say, as mentioned last week. Fort Triumph now, a strategy game combining the turn-based combat of XCOM with the world exploration of HOM. Build towns, collect artifacts, improve your heroes, and influence your tactical surroundings using physics. Alien Swarm Reactive Drop, also on Steam, is a cooperative top-down shooter. It's available for free as well. It's an epic bug hunt featuring a unique blend of co-op play and squad-level tactics. Stormworks Build and Rescue, also on Steam. Join a world where you design, create, and pilot your own air-sea rescue service. Release your inner hero as you battle fierce storms out at sea to rescue those in need. Then, peppered throughout the month, we have The Art of Rail, released on Steam on the 4th of December, the spiritual remake of the classic Transport Tycoon games. Build a profitable transport network and grow your world's economy, either on your own or in single player, or in multiplayer, whether cooperatively or competitively. That's capitalism for you. Swordship, which is a new release on Steam on December the 5th, is a futuristic, lightning-fast dodge-em-up which flips the script on the traditional arcade shooter. Turn both the tide of the battle and enemies on themselves by dodging, weaving, and diving your way through an onslaught of enemies hell-bent on tearing your swordship apart. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. Available on December the 6th, become the king and fight over Europe in this fresh take on medieval real-time grand strategy. Manage provinces, gather armies, initiate diplomacy, and dabble in espionage. The path is open. Become the true sovereign of your people and bring them to glory. Chained Echoes. Take up your sword, channel your magic, or board your mech. Chained Echoes is a 16-bit style RPG set in a fantasy world where dragons are as common as piloted mechanical suits. I'm loving the mashup. IXION? Authorized by Dolus AEC, you'll guide the Tiquan space station onwards in a perilous journey to find a new home for humanity. Station infrastructure, population management, exploration, survival, these responsibilities fall to you. Will you find hope out there in the dark? Good luck, Administrator. Togs is a charming and colourful 3D puzzle platformer. Go on adventures, stack adorable living blocks, and solve puzzles around the cosmos to save the galaxy, of course, from the threats of the void. Okay, Japanese game fans now, it's Samurai Maiden, a young woman from the 21st century with sharp swordsmanship skills, finds herself in Honoji, during the Sengoku period. Together with a trio of newfound ninja friends, she races through the underworld beneath Honoji, confronted by enraged corpses at every turn. A classic Japanese video game, if ever there was one. Wavetail now, this was originally released exclusively on Stadia, and it looked and played beautifully. Do not sleep on this game. It looks brilliant, absolutely stunning. You surf the waters of a submerged city, unravel the past, save the islanders from mysterious sea monsters, and discover secrets hidden under the surface. Highly recommended game. And later in the month, we'll see Master of Magic, Brawlhalla, Carrier Commander 2, Cosmoteer, Starship Architect and Commander, Dakar Desert Rally, Dinkum, Floodland and Project Hospital. All these arriving on various stores from Steam to Ubisoft Connect to Epic Game Store. And we'll be focusing on these games later in the month as they become available on GeForce Now. And remember, tomorrow, Friday, is the last chance for your digital gift cards on the special Green Thursday Black Friday deal. So grab a bargain if you can. So as you can see, it's a true advent calendar of games to play through until Christmas. Let us know in the comments down below what game you are most looking forward to out of these. So that's the GeForce Now news and games for this week. So it's back to Clive in the studio. Well, yeah, definitely some cracking games there. Thank you to Clive in the studio there. Let me know in the chat what games out of that. 22 games there. We're going to focus on some of the games that are coming in a bit further in December. Those ones at the end a bit later. But definitely I'm seeing out there some shouts out for Wavetail here from Jeremy and Colm there. Definitely... I fancy revisiting it. It was I never finished it on Stadia, and it looked and played amazing. It did look really good on Stadia. It was a very good port on Stadia. It was a timed I think it was a timed exclusive at the time. So it's great to see Wavetail being available. I think it's also coming to xCloud as well, ironically enough. Some of these games are, I think, what was the other one? Let's have just look at the list here. The other one I noticed coming to Chained Echoes, which is that 16-bit style game, is also coming to xCloud as well. So that's interesting. Actually, yeah, I was going to say the same, really. Samurai Maiden looks kind of fun. Is it all right? Is it all right to like that? Are we too old? I don't know. But it does look good as well. Yeah, super fun. That's the what. Thank you, Captain D. That's the way I'd express it. It does look super fun. I mean, it's full on Japanese. It's the kind of kawaii kind of anime look to it. Yeah. So looking forward to that one. Should be a lot of fun just to dip in and play. Definitely. You can see my daughter's shouting. Anyway, so yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But I think out of the top, they're obviously jumping into Battlefield 2042 without a shadow of a doubt this weekend. See you on the battlefield, ladies and gentlemen. I was just asking in the chat, you would see, my understanding of it. So it was pointed out that it's like XCOM. Let me just go to the... Here. XCOM, widely regarded as one of the best games ever made. Really? And is now being imagined by strategy experts. So it's a tactical combat game. That's kind of element is unknown coupled tactical turn-based gunplay with incredible action sequences and on-the-ground combat. So that's what we're assuming for Marvel's Midnight Suns here, which, again, explains it here Players will be able to choose the hunter's superpowers from 30 different abilities. The game includes 13 different heroes, including the hunter. So the hunter is this new character that you can kind of customize. It's turn-based, similar to Firax's game's XCOM series, as pointed out. Between combat missions, players will be managing the upgradable base of operations called the Abbey. So that's the basic shape of it. I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. It's sort of my cup of tea, if I'm brutally honest. So I'll probably watch a few streams of it to see how it goes. But let me know, what you think. Much further on, I saw there, Dakar Rally looks really good as well. Dakar Desert Rally. But the highlights for me there, obviously, Battlefield, as we said. Warhammer, which I've already played the beta, started playing it, so now we can go full on. Oh yeah, why don't we reveal the winner of the... Okay, so the winner of Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide is... Let us reveal the winner. Let me just switch that over to here. And we'll see the winner. It should come up now. And the winner is... There we go. Lukey6. Lukey's not in the chat today, but I'll let him know. But congrats. Lukey6 is the giveaway winner from this week's giveaway, or last week giveaway, the giveaway that started last week. And that is, of course, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Yay! Congratulations there to Lukey6. I will let him know that he's a winner, baby. He's a winner. Right. Yeah, indeed. Congratulations, Lukey. Let's just put that there. Yes, indeed. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about GeForce Now in India. So I saw some people, talking that GeForce Now is coming to India, and it kind of is. JJ UK1, yeah, congratulations, Lukey, indeed. So in India, they have something called Jio Cloud. So Jio, I believe, is a sort of mobile internet service, and they launched its own cloud gaming service in India with 50 games to the library. So this is Jio Games Cloud, and it has 50 games in its library, and it's basically, it's a cloud gaming service as you would come to know it. So we go over here, you'll see. I'm going to sneeze again, then. Jio has launched its brand new Jio Games cloud service in India. It offers cloud gaming. But this is the interesting thing here. What's surprising about the service is that Jio has also onboarded NVIDIA's GeForce Now cloud gaming service that's known for delivering a huge roster of games via the cloud. This automatically opens up the library of games, because currently Jio is only offering 50 games on Jio Games Cloud in India. But the NVIDIA GeForce Now section obviously opens that up. But while Jio's own cloud gaming service does not have a lot of games, GeForce Now has an extensive library of AAA and indie titles. But apparently it's not available for all Jio users. But some users have started seeing a separate GeForce Now tab. So they've launched their own cloud gaming service and then sort of tacked on GeForce Now on it. And I think that it's available, the NVIDIA bit is available through Jio's set-top boxes and not mobile. I understand it. And the interesting thing about Jio Cloud is NVIDIA wasn't necessarily the first choice. Anybody know who the first choice for partnering with for a cloud gaming service in India? Put it in the chat. I'll give you a little while I have a little drink. And we'll see who's right. Who did Geo partner with initially with a view to launching a cloud gaming service? Answers on a postcard in the chat. I'm curious what you think. Big Steve goes straight in for Stadia. Interesting. I nearly revealed it there. Anybody else? I will, because obviously I'm about 20 seconds in the future for you lot. I will reveal. Yeah, exactly. But here, look. Geo Games Cloud is currently running in beta. So it's in beta version and offers games like Saints Row 4, Saints Row the Third, and others. Now look here. Geo was previously working with Microsoft to bring Xbox cloud gaming in India. So Geo is a provider basically, and then they're adding on this service and the cloud gaming service. And so, as we know, GeForce in Europe and America kind of runs its own servers. GeForce Now in other parts of the world partner with, telecoms companies, mobile companies and stuff like that in order to get NVIDIA out there. And that's sort of what they're doing with Geo. Geo are providing the platform for NVIDIA, as it were. However, it's so here, Geo was previously working with Microsoft to bring Xbox cloud gaming in India. However, it seems this deal didn't go through, reportedly due to pricing disagreements between Microsoft and Geo. India has missed out on cloud gaming for a while. We always sort of said, Stadia have got to bring Stadia to India. There is, India's population is about to surpass China, if it hasn't already done, like recently. India's missed out on cloud gaming for a while, and it would definitely help out the gaming landscape in the country as hardware restrictions would no longer be an issue. That's why we've always said, we used to say about Stadia that India is, and Xbox and everybody, it's such a rich potential. Cloud gaming has such a rich potential because they don't have they have significant hardware restrictions in some parts of the world, and India is an example. Whereas cloud gaming, as we know, makes AAA gaming to a high level available for low cost, to play on the devices you already own. And, as I understand it, culturally, most of India live off their mobile phones. I know we live off our mobile phones, but I understand it culturally, they do like all their work, all their computing work, everything on their mobile phone. It's such an essential part of Indian life. So cloud gaming, India is such a fruitful potentially market. So it's interesting. And obviously Xbox knew that. Look, Mike's Geo was previously working with Xbox cloud gaming in India, but it fell through. That said, GeForce Now is coming to Geo Games Cloud and is available for some Geo users. A Geo employee seemingly confirmed that the company is partnering with NVIDIA to bring GeForce Now in the country. While Geo Games Cloud is available for all Geo users, it seems like, and this is what I was referring to previously, GeForce Now is available for select users with a set-top box only. So presumably you've bought your cable set-top box off Geo, who probably supply you with IPTV, internet TV, and they put GeForce Now on that. Where's this report from? Reddit. I'm trying to find what Reddit this is. Yeah. As it's currently only available on set-top box, but you can get the email of the early access account. You may use it on laptop. I've tried many ways. You cannot get the email because Geo registers your account with the registered mobile number of your Geo fiber. So if you've got your internet fiber via Geo and they provide you with a set-top box, it seems that is the way in India that you currently would access GeForce Now, and then all the other Geo cloud gaming games you can access across PC, mobile, and stuff. Although there's some, you can easily get it on PC or mobile if you're a Geo number. Yeah, so maybe it's only for people with Geo Fiber. There seems to be some dispute anyway on this particular Reddit. Let's go back. So, with GeForce Now slowly making its way to India, we can expect Xbox, this is this author of this article, saying we can expect Xbox cloud gaming and PlayStation cloud gaming to come to the country as well. It remains to be seen how GeForce Now platforms in India, especially when it comes to performs in India, especially in regards to latency. Players who have tried the Geo Games Cloud beta have witnessed a little bit of lag. Since the service is still in early access, expected to improve in the coming months. So there we are. I wouldn't say that GeForce Now is fully independently launched in India, but they are partnering with a major supplier of broadband and mobile, Geo, Reliance Geo, who have launched its own cloud gaming system. They partnered with them to offer GeForce Now as part of their service, part of their bundled service. So that's kind of quite interesting. And it will be interesting to see how it's, you know, perceived and stuff like that. It's very much marketed as, you know, being able to play AAA games. And I've talked about it on various shows that I've done about, at the time, you know, PUBG Mobile, there were like 50 million users plus in India playing PUBG Mobile. It's had its own PUBG Mobile tournaments in India. They were massive esports tournaments. And, you know, there's always an argument about, does Call of Duty ever go cloud? But Call of Duty Mobile is massive. And do Activision Blizzard want to undercut that? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see whether the access to AAA games really has the big effect that they're hoping in India. So watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. That is the breakdown. That is my breakdown of GeForce Now coming to India. And it will be interesting to see what other services follow and who they'll partner with. Are Geo, I don't know enough about, you know, Indian telecoms companies. Is Geo the dominant party in India? Is it like, you know, British Telecom in the UK? Although not net, yeah. But they own the infrastructure. Well, no, they don't actually own the infrastructure. Regulation meant that it had to be cut off. It's Openreach, which was formerly part of BT, that owns the infrastructure. But they have to have an arm's length relationship with British Telecom and offer the same service to Sky and TalkTalk and Virgin and all of that. But there you go. Let's go to chat. See what we've been chatting about. Oh, brilliant. Do we have to refresh our chat? I think we do. Let us know anyway what you think in that while I go to studio mode, refresh the chat so it pops up. So annoying. Let's refresh the cache. Hopefully that'll do the job. It'll kickstart it into... Right, let's see what you lot have been saying. Internet of Games says, I probably like turn-based against human players. It frustrates me against the computer. Yeah, you always think it's rigged. The computer's rigged. It feels more like a strategy if you're playing another human. It's the same with shooters. It's a completely different experience. I played, there's a new game on xCloud that I was playing. Insurgency, I think it's Insurgency, which is a kind of like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege in its style, you know, a military shooter. You've got to defend the base, capture the base, that kind of stuff. But really good. Actually, it's a really good. There were a couple of bugs in it that meant my characters, when I was playing with the computer characters, they were saying something and then they bugged out and just said the same thing repeatedly, and it sounded really weird. But other than that, it plays really well. Insurgency or Insurgents, and yeah. So I was playing that, and I got to say it's a really good. I've lost my train of thought now, but it's a really good game, and I highly recommend it if you're into shooters. Anyway, there we go. Oh, Calm says 2 weeks, and hopefully Epic will start their 15 days of Christmas, a free game every day. Oh yeah, I completely, because I was not really paying attention to it last year because I was into the Stadia 12 days of Christmas. Who could forget that? Hopefully everybody. But yeah, I was well into that. So why is my chat? It annoys me when the chat doesn't come up like that. I am in the chat studio, aren't I? Yes, I am. But yeah, so hopefully, yeah, now I've decided to start filling up my library a bit of GeForce Now games. Hopefully I can fill up a few epic ones, which are on GeForce Now. Looking forward to that one. Yeah, Stadia. Are people getting back their hardware funding? I think I've had one controller refunded, and I'm sure I've got a wall of controllers here, so I know I bought more. I also got some free ones plus the original Founders kit, so I'm still waiting for those refunds. But you got your refunds yet? This is the hardware refunds. Got all my gaming refunds. There was a handful of stuff that went to an old account, sorted that out. I've not had any issues. I know loads of people, well, not loads, a few vocal people have had issues with the Stadia repayments, but touch wood, it's all been pretty cushy for me. Thank heaven. It's all been spent now, though, on that Xbox Series X. Great to see the growth of GFN. Are you listening, Stadia? Exactly. As I said, the criteria for GeForce Now is slightly different, and the same with xCloud to a certain degree, than it ever was for Stadia. I'm going to just I'm just going to, where's my chat box? I'm going to why don't you refresh? No, I don't want you to refresh browser. Refresh the current page. Go there. Stop mucking about. I was mucking about my chat earlier. I did see the chat pop up. So it should be there. If I just go chat studio and then transition again to it, well, never there. Right, never mind. We know what cloud gaming can bring, and now we're going to find out if we were right about Google missing out in India. Indeed. I still think that, I think Google so the difference between xCloud and GeForce Now in terms of the business is it's not their main core business. NVIDIA's business is getting people into playing PC games so that you say, you know what, I love playing PC games. I'm going to build my gaming PC or buy a gaming PC, which hopefully has got an NVIDIA graphics card in it. And cloud to them, they're quite agnostic about where you want to play. They're not precious about it. They'd love you to play on GeForce Now because they think it's like a taster for you. It's giving access to people who perhaps don't have a gaming PC. It's giving them access to AAA games on PC at a high level, which is another way of them being able to exploit their graphics cards. And if those people then decide, actually, I want to, game natively and build out my gaming PC, GeForce Now are like, fine, knock yourself out. because they know ultimately you're going to end up most likely buying an NVIDIA graphics card. So they're cool with it from that regard. And the same with Xbox. It is a supplementary service. They hope, they know, both parties know that it's going to become a major part of gaming, but they can afford to subsidize it and wait a bit more. Google could have carried on. I mean, we know that Stadia didn't reach the heights that were necessary. And I think in different economic circumstances, they may have been left to their own devices to carry on until the market, carry on seeding the market until it was ready. It clearly wasn't ready when they thought it'd be ready. You can blame that on their marketing or whatever, or just the appetite's not there, a combination of all of these things. But the economic downturn came along, and everybody, we've seen it with Google, with Meta, with Amazon. People are looking to make and Google were one of the first to start making dramatic cutbacks, and businesses that weren't performing, and to a certain level, and Stadia clearly was that, got the chop, and it's such a crying shame. We've cried over that spilt milk. I think it's a clever way of introducing your service to a market. I do. Especially they're partnering with a trusted name in India. I'm assuming Reliant Jio is a trusted name. A big assumption on my part. But imagine it's like if you were trying to break into a market in the UK, it'd be like, or in America, it'd be like partnering with AT&T. In the UK, it's like partnering with BT. Yeah. Geo. So they obviously clearly a massive. So they do, mobile, Geo fiber, the works. And you get all the normal things. You're getting free music, 99 rupees a month, medicine savings, all the live action. Start watching Geo Cinema, Geo Meet, conferencing app, Geo News. They're into everything, aren't they? Geo Fiber. So basically, this is what they do, the Geo Fiber. Offering, an entertainment box. They seem happy, those guys. He seems happy. He's got his Geo set-top box. He's a happy fella. Super fast internet with free HD calls. Unbox magic with a Geo set-top. Enjoy live TV shows, movies, over the internet content, 200 plus apps, 150 interactive games. Well, now you've got GeForce Now. I mean, what's interesting is the fact that they're putting GeForce Now on a set-top box. Because being able to play GeForce Now seamlessly on my big TV I quite enjoy it on the LG because there's an app. And obviously there's an app on Google TVs as well. So if you've got the Chromecast with Google TV or a Google TV, there's a GeForce Now app. And of course it's on Samsung. But it's interesting if they start putting it in set-top boxes and offering apps. I've not seen that because we tend to be more focused on dongles and smart TVs here. But obviously this, the set-top box is still king in India. I'm trying to work out the fiber, what kind of speeds they're getting here. 30 megabits per second. Going to need a bit more than that. Yeah. You're going to scrape by at 30. You're going to get a 720, 1080 experience. But 100 megabits per second, if you've got a spare 900 rupees, that's the way to go. That's more than enough. As I say, I manage comfortably on 50 megabits per second. To playing and stuff like that. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether it's bundled in as well. They bundling at the top tier here, they're bundling in things like Disney and the Sony channel and some others. Let's have a look what bundles you get. We might not know. These might be some massive channels. So you're getting Lionsgate. So Lionsgate, obviously, I deal with Lionsgate in my job. They have a massive distribution catalog of TV programs, movies, obviously, and stuff like that. You've got Universal, Discovery Plus, Eros Now, Disney, Boot Kids, the Sony thing here, Geo Cinema. So, yeah, I think they probably add in your GeForce Now there. I think that's a pretty good deal. If you throw in GeForce Now on your Geo set-top box in India. I'm interested. I don't know anyone in India that I can kind of talk to. So we'll just have to, keep searching on the old internet. Oh, you missed what I was looking at there. Because I had it on. Let me go back to. I apologize. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I was looking at their site here. Mobile, fiber, and then obviously offer sports and stuff like that. But they do the whole set-top box thing. Where is it? Here we are. So yeah, here's the chap I was talking about. He's got his own set-top box here. And so that's what I was referring to, the fact that the app, the app will, it seems like the GeForce Now app is accessible via, if you've got the fiber account and a set-top box. And here with the relative speeds, this is what you're going to need, 100 megabits per second. And currently you've got, as I said, Disney, Discovery Plus, Lionsgate, Universal Plus, Geo Cinema, Kids One here. And now I'm assuming, as I said, GeForce Now. So yeah, of course, yeah, they do have a set-top box. They do indeed. They have their own set-top box. What I'm wondering, though, was more about integrating NVIDIA as a third-party app in existing set-top boxes. Like, if I wanted BT Fiber, it comes with a BT set-top box. I don't, but it does. Talk do one. Sky, do one. Things like that. So, yeah. Yeah, quite a bit like let's move that there since we're quite a lot like BT or Virgin. What I want to do is once the box, it disappears. It's annoying. Arigato gozaimasu. Well done to the Samurai Blue, Yoshida. They beat Spain. Unbelievable. 2-1. Sending Germany out of the World Cup. Unbelievable. Well done, Japan. They topped their group. They beat Germany. They beat Spain. And they topped their group. Absolutely bonkers. Well done, Japan. And well deserved over the 3 matches. Anyway, there we go. That's enough World Cup football. But I just was saying that to Ishida, who is in Osaka. Konbanwa! Arigato gozaimasu. Kudasai. So there we are. All right, Deo. I'm not going to put that in there. He doesn't want any guy friends. Okay. That's great. He doesn't want a girlfriend. That's good. Okay, 900 rupees is roughly, that's a bargain. Well, to us, in the UK, maybe, £10 a month. It's all relative, isn't it? Relative to the median average wage, I guess. If we go back, well, I won't go back, but 900 900 rupees, if it's like 10 quid, you know, we're paying what? What am I paying? 40 to 50 quid for the equivalent? Unbelievable. So yeah, that's the difference, isn't it? We pay here 40, 50 quid for the same kind of service, I would say. So yeah, £10 relative, you know, seems like a bargain, but it's relative to the median wage. So you know, different horses for different courses, different courses for different horses, as they say. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable performance by the Japanese. They defended so valiantly against Spanish. It'll be the same stretch as it is the US or UK in terms of wages. Exactly. Nearly not. Yeah. Exactly. No wonder I don't go drinking anymore. I remember when I you know, in my drinking years, as it were, I grew up in London, or, you know, lived in London. And I remember, you know, people going, "Oh, a pint's a fiver. That pint's nearly a fiver." You go, that's shocking. But now, it's not that uncommon. You know, I know people used to come down from the north. How much for a pint? They're not quite as bad as that now, because they're probably getting the same posh pubs and chains up in, you know, various cosmopolitan cities up north now. But back in the day, how much? I remember in the Students' Union, you used to be able to get like a pint of lager for £1.50 or something. Unbelievable. There's a brand of butter which is that kind of price. Yeah, probably the kind of butter I get. Some organic nonsense. No, I don't. Well, I do get organic butter, but it's not $9.99. Well, it depends how large it is. But I have butter, not margarine, ladies and gentlemen. Proper butter. Anyway, we're not here to talk groceries, are we? But it's interesting in the relative wage and the cost of things at $9.99. But yeah, let's watch this space when it comes to you know, GeForce Now. They are in so many countries now, aren't they? It's interesting that GeForce Now partnering with different people in order to expand. That's the way that they're doing it, and I think it's the way they need to. There we go. So relative to that, although there is significantly more people in India on a lower wage relative to the overall size of the country, but it's still, I would say, the top tier geo at 900 rupees a month is still a very a middle class thing in India, I'd say. I'm not an expert on it, but that's my assumption. If the GDP per capita in India is only 1580 compared to 38 grand. But there we go. That's relative. You've got to price it right, haven't you? You've got to do the deals and stuff to make these things work. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. An interesting talk on all things GeForce Now in India. So it'll be interesting to see. Let's watch that, you know, watch this space, as it were, and see how it goes. And also, yeah, let me know. Internet going straight into the middle classes, exactly. GFN are working on those partnerships. I'd love to see F1 game on there. I do wonder if Microsoft games will come to GFN. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I think, you know, on one hand, it's a competitor, isn't it? And Microsoft are trying to, create. They're really, I mean, their growth. Microsoft's, well, not Microsoft's, Xbox. When I'm talking Xbox specifically. You know, Xbox business model was initially just about selling consoles and selling games on those consoles. Yeah. Then they expanded to, no, Xbox is going to be the umbrella term for all games. We're going to have some games which are PC only. And they're trying to build out their PC library. And that the PC library, it's not the Games Pass that's seen the biggest growth for Xbox, as we saw in recent results. It's the biggest growth is Xbox PC games. So it's clear to them that a potential area of growth for Xbox is to grow out the PC library side of things to compete with Steam or Xbox or Epic and stuff like that. Obviously, they've got a long way to go, but build up their own library because they've seen successful growth with that. So, yeah, would they want it on GFN if those games are available on cloud, on xCloud? Because not all games, a lot of games that come to PC only on Xbox don't end up on xCloud. Some are all, across the whole thing, but some don't. There was apparent leak. I'd like to try some sake drink. Oh gosh, I've had it. I have it out of politeness. Kudasan. Arigatou gozaimasu. But that's about it. Tuimasu. Hajimasu. Hajimaset, Clive Tuimastes. There we go. A little bit of Japanese for you. There was an apparent leak a few months ago which leaked Pearson. Interesting. I get, if they tick the box, don't they? If it's bought Xbox for use on GFN, they'll still get all their money. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? If it's PC only, are they really bothered? If it's not on Xbox Cloud, but it's a PC, are they that bothered that you can play it? They just want people to buy the game and play it, the PC game, however you can play your PC game, whether that's via GeForce Now or on your own gaming PC. So yeah, it's interesting. They're making all their money of units of sold software. Exactly, they still make their money. It's not the case of buying a single game. It's about how the publisher can sell the game multiple times. Exactly. And that's I think you're right. I think that's the equation they need to consider, don't they? Are they cutting off their nose to spite their face by denying the game, making an Xbox PC game available via GeForce Now? I mean, you still got to buy the game, haven't you? So they're still making money, is it pointing out here? Yeah. And Jeremy says here, so you think about it logically, they've still got to buy the game. You've still got to buy the game. So that's money in Xbox's pocket. So why not bring Xbox PC games to GeForce Now? The same with PlayStation. I saw Miles Morales was available on Boosteroid. I saw Vet Gaming was playing it on Boosteroid. Yeah. Movies end up everywhere. Some games will end up everywhere. Series remain more exclusive for longer. Some games remain exclusive for longer. Yeah. I think you're right. But I think with PC games, there we go. Yeah, Aragona, I'll stick with stick with a beer. Exactly. I was about to say, what was I going to say then? My brain's gone dead. I am terrible at remembering things. Yeah, Kampai. That's what we're going to say. That's what I think. Kampai. Yeah, Kampai. There we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. A very interesting. Well, I hope you found it interesting. Let's go back to the studio. Lots of exciting games there. Definitely will be playing Battlefield 2042. Again, shout out to our winner of Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Well done, Lukey6. I will be contacting you. And thank you for being live in the audience today and taking part in the GeForce Now Thursday chat. It is the Thursday chat. You are the chat in this in the equation here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very much appreciated when you're here live. So a big special arigato gozaimasu to you. Let's do all this same time, same place next week. And don't forget, it's Xbox Monday Night Chat, 10 p.m. UK, same destination. So I'll see you there as well. It would be great to see you on that as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. The weekend's starting now, surely, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful weekend. Again, well done to the Samurai Blue. And I'll see you next week. Or on the battlefield, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.